Hey y'all, it's your friend D, and today I'm going to do my video a little bit different. I'm doing a voiceover. This is a costume I'm making for Tanja. I made a prototype of it, and that's what you see on the screen. This is for the character ShoNuff from the movie The Last Dragon. He is the villain of this movie, and I remember watching this movie when I was younger, and it's just one of those comfort movies that you can watch over and over, and it's still entertaining even years later. So originally, I wasn't going to film this because it was just something I was doing for fun for myself to see if I can figure it out. But I decided to just show you some of the footage of me making it. So I'd already made the prototype, and then as I was making the actual costume, I decided to turn on the camera and film. So I'm sorry this is not a straightforward tutorial if that's what you're looking for. This is just showing you kind of how I went about figuring this out. So I'll share some of the details with you, but for the most part, it's just honestly me fumbling through this until I got it right. So here I'm showing you the red fabric that I had, and I didn't have a lot of it, and I needed it for the shirt and for the pants. And I figured out that the shirt could be made out of just one piece of fabric instead of cutting multiples for sleeves and everything. It was almost like a cape. So that worked out great for this. And as you can see, I'm folding it over. And I also noticed that the the shape of the shirt was more like a football padding. And when I went back and watched the movie, I noticed that a lot of his shirts, because he actually did wear football padding in one of his costumes. So that kind of helped me get the shape. And here I'm showing that I'm making the belt and the pants out of some black fabric. And the belt is a cheetah print in the original costume, and I didn't have any brown or any cheetah print that I can use, so I'm gonna use this black and just paint on, the cheetah print, spots on it. Here I'm showing you these patterns, and I printed these from My Froggy Stuff years ago, and I had made these shorts, and the pattern works really good. So I kind of used that to get the top part of my pants, and then the rest of it I sketched, and I had to make the pants wider. And there you can see where I've kind of sketched on some triangles on the front side for the red that's going to peep through. So I'm going to cut out these pieces and try to make this costume. And I needed the red and black for the shirt. On the underside of the shirt, I'll show you here soon that there is a black lining that he has, and you can see it in the movie when he's moving around. That black part shows quite a bit, so I wanted to have that. So I have all my parts cut out, and you can see here I cut the red and the black for the shirt. And I don't know what I'm saying there, but I'm talking about the shirt. And then I cut out the pieces for the belt. So I went ahead and sewed together the belt and the shirt because they were the easiest ones to make. And I'm just going to turn them inside out. Now, for me, this stitching is actually pretty good. If you are a advanced sewer seamstress, this probably looks messy to you, but for me, um, sewing curves like this is pretty hard, so I thought I did pretty good. So I'm just releasing some of the tension around the curves and showing that I did leave an opening for me to turn it inside out. So I turned the shirt and the belt inside out. Now I'm moving on to the pants. And I'm just marking off where I want my openings for the red pieces that I'm going to put in there. And I do change this later, but this was just me trying to figure it out. And I did this little cut just so I would remember because I was afraid I was going to rub off my chalk markings. So, yeah. So I'm just making the pants, and you pretty much follow the tutorial, whatever pants you decide to make. So if you use the My Froggy Stuff pattern, or you find a actual pattern for wide leg pants, just follow their steps. I just have to change mine up a little bit because I'm going to put those little pieces of red in. And I think right there I was saying that I forgot to cut out a waistband. So I went back and I cut out a waistband for the pants, and I'm just gonna continue putting them together. I'm gonna put one, front panel and back panel together, and before I complete the pants, I need to add in those little red, triangles. So right here, I'm deciding to change from 2 of the red triangles like he has in the original costume to just 1. So I'm going to figure out where I want this red piece of fabric and cut the black fabric to insert this in. Um, I should show you here soon so have a better understanding of what I'm saying. So here I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to cut to insert this. I cut the black fabric. So now I'm pinning in that red piece, and I'll sew that in place. And here's the other leg that I've already done. So it worked out pretty good. Yeah, I think at the top there, I got a little bit too close to where I need to sew for the inseam of the pants, but I make it work out in the end. So now I'm just going to continue putting the pants together like the original pattern is supposed to be. And I did cut out the waistband, so here that is. I am about to attach it to the pants. Okay, the pants are made, and I think they came out really good. They are short once I put them on the doll, but I wanted them that way because in the movie, his pants are not floor length. They do stop about at his ankle because you can see his shoes. He wears black and white Converse in the movie. And he also has on these wrist bands. They're like black leather with silver studs. I did not make those. I decided not to do it. But I think overall the costume came out pretty good. And I still, at this point, I have to finish off the belt and the shirt, and we should see that here soon. Yeah, so I need to paint on the flower detail on the shirt and paint the cheetah detail on the belt. And in the movie, you can see that there actually is a cheetah head painted, or the face of a cheetah painted on the belt. So I did my rough version of that. So here I am painting the fabric, and I'm just going to use this dotting tool to put on the little flowers. And that was pretty easy. I did make a miniature version of the glasses that he wore in the movie, and I just used the basic Barbie black glasses and added some black paper and painted the Japanese flag in the middle. And here's a picture of the ones that he wore in the movie, and I got as close to him as I could. And for the shoes, I took some of those Dollar Tree tennis shoes that come with their fashion packs, and I just painted them black and white to look like Converse. Am I the meanest?
ShoNuff.
Am I the prettiest?
ShoNuff.
Am I the baddest?
ShoNuff.
Who's the master?
ShoNuff.
So, guys, as you can see, making this costume was completely for my own entertainment. So, if this is not your cup of tea, I understand. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you remember this movie? Do you remember this character? And if you have any questions about anything in the video, please leave it in the comments below. I will try my best to answer your questions. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. I'll see you next time, my friends. Bye-bye.